Okay. I was ready to put it all up tonight, kick back, throw my dogs up and rest. However, KSL, I am not from Utah. I did serve my mission in Salt Lake. So I basically only lived in Utah for 2 years. I'm assuming that KSL is pretty close with the church. And I haven't done my due diligence recently on the communications department of the church. So is that still Bonneville Communications, or is that an outdated term? And are they with KSL? KSL just did a piece about 6 hours ago about Tim Ballard, and I'm going to play it for you. At the end, well, let's play it, and then I'll just talk about it.
The founder and former CEO of the anti-child trafficking organization, Operation Underground Railroad, responding today to allegations of sexual misconduct. Tim Ballard says the allegations against him are, quote, baseless inventions. Ballard's statement saying, during my time at OUR, I designed strict guidelines for myself and our operators in the field. Sexual contact was prohibited, and I led by example. Any suggestion of inappropriate sexual contact is categorically false. Ballard, the subject of the recent hit movie Sound of Freedom, is considering a run for U.S. Senate. Vice News reporting yesterday on sexual misconduct allegations against Ballard by 7 anonymous women, claiming that he invited women to share a bed or shower with him during undercover overseas missions. The article claims Ballard's exit from OUR earlier this year followed an internal investigation into the alleged misconduct. Just last night, Ballard issued a separate response to a strong statement from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, clarifying that President M. Russell Ballard, the acting president of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles, and Tim Ballard no longer have a friendship. The two men are not related. That statement from the church said, quote, once it became clear Tim Ballard had betrayed their friendship through the unauthorized use of President Ballard's name for Tim Ballard's personal advantage and activity regarded as morally unacceptable, President Ballard withdrew his association. President Ballard never authorized his name or the name of the church to be used for Tim's personal or financial interests. In response, Tim Ballard said he is a faithful member of the church and questioned the authenticity of the church's rebuking statement, saying it had not been verified. However, KSL TV has independently confirmed that the church did release the statement.
That boggles my mind right here. Statement from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now, this isn't anything new to us. We've been saying, well, it came from Doug Anderson, the PR guy, right? Or whatever his title is, lead PR guy. I don't give a crap. Anyway, what are these his? It's showing quotations. This isn't quotations by KSL is not quoting, no, they're not quoting Vice. They're quoting the church. But whose words are these? They're not President Ballard's because it mentions President Ballard. So these are Doug's words. Once it became clear that Tim Ballard had betrayed their friendship through the unauthorized use of President Ballard's name for Tim Ballard's personal advantage and activity regarding as morally unacceptable, President Ballard withdrew his association. President Ballard never authorized his name or the name of the church to be used for Tim's personal or financial interests. Okay, so KSL is saying that this is, so this is coming from Doug. So if the church doesn't come out and deny this, then and they know how big this is, then it came from the church. But we'll see what happens. So I digress. I don't know but I still don't know what's going on. Here's what bothers me. What Glenn Beck said is kind of right. When we hold a church court, for someone, let's go, not bishop's level, let's just take it to stake president's level. We don't call it excommunication anymore. And I have a friend, a good friend who is a stake president. I've asked him and he's told me, we don't excommunicate people. Well, what's the term now? Is it disillusionment of membership, or I don't know. What is it? Let me look it up here. Let me look it up here. Okay, instead of being disfellowship, members are given formal membership restrictions, and excommunication is now labeled a withdrawal of membership. So he has told me that they will not even do that if somebody is categorically denying everything. And that's what he's doing. So I know he's not up to any church. It looks like things went, this is strange. You guys know it is. This is not how things work. And I still want to play this to play out. But this is weird. This is a person with a family, with a wife, with children, with adopted children that he adopted from the things that he does, from rescuing children. I'm so sick of not being able to say anything. This is wrong. So, I mean, they don't even die. To do this would be wrong, let alone even disfellowshipping, giving somebody a formal membership restriction or a withdrawal of membership, without them admitting it. So you usually, do you understand what I'm saying? We're not even at that level. And this is already like, you're guilty, get away from me. We're absolving this relationship, the church. So what is the church doing? This isn't excommunication. There's no church court. What does this all mean? They're distancing themselves. What does that mean? Does that mean when he goes to church, if there's an apostle visiting during a stake conference, he's not allowed to go shake their hand? Like, what does this mean? Do you understand what I'm saying? Does he keep his temple recommend? Does he get to go to church every Sunday? Because he's saying, I'm not doing any of these things. Why wasn't this taken care of on a more local stake or ward level? I've never questioned the church like this, and I don't want to start because I don't have all the answers, and I'm not going to do that. I refuse to do that because I don't have all the answers, but this is strange. That's all we got to say, right? It's strange. Let it play out. You see the statement by the church. It hasn't changed, but we were wondering, right? We wanted to see the emails. We wanted to see the raw data. Well, I guess this is raw data from Doug. So those aren't Vice's words then. Strange. That's all I want to say. Strange.